For some, there's no better place than the golf course. That's especially true for anyone playing at Prairie View in Carmel, Indiana next Monday through Wednesday, as they will be among the select few good enough for the NCAA Division II Regionals. St. Ursula alum Sabrina Coffman qualified as an individual based on scoring average from this season. It's a second chance for the Saginaw Valley State senior, but not a last hurrah. BCSN's Joel Sebastianelli caught up with her at Heather Downs Country Club.
As Sabrina Coffman's time at Saginaw Valley State comes to a close, she's back where it all began.
One of the first summers where I started taking it really seriously, my dad got me a junior membership out here, and my dad had to drag me off the course because it was pouring down rain, but I wanted to play anyways because that was my very first membership and I was ready to get started.
Once a basketball and lacrosse player, she wouldn't have imagined this, but each day is one swing closer to a dream achieved.
I put in a lot of work, so it was nice to see it kind of come to fruition. It's a pretty big deal because if I can place as one of the top 3 individuals, I can qualify for nationals, which is, as good as it gets. And nationals has been my ultimate goal. And, I think that every time I walk on the course, I'm just as good as any girl out there, and you got to have that confidence going in.
Confidence grows with the support of good people.
Yeah, so my dad actually got me started in the game, and he's always been my biggest supporter. He's caddied for me, and he's been to every single college tournament I've ever played, whether it was financially, mentally, physically. He was always there for me.
And by beating good people.
I get to play with my sister. She goes to Davenport, so she plays in the same conference as us. She actually tied me for the first time in our conference championships in the first round, but I got her back in the second round. Ended up beating her by 5, but she keeps me motivated because as she gets better, I got to get better so that I can, being the older sibling, I'm not used to losing to her.
Coffman does not make a habit of losing. She beat the field by 6 strokes at the Cardinal Spring Invitational, setting school records with a low round 69 and 2-day 144. She made NCAA regionals in 2017, but to get there again, she had to beat a debilitating wrist injury.
It put me out of the game for 13 months, actually. I wasn't allowed to touch a club, and it took a lot of physical therapy and treatment, and I worked a lot with the trainers at our school. It's something you kind of struggle with coming back because you kind of lose that confidence. Even now I deal with it, but I've learned how to manage it a lot better. But, it kind of comes and goes, and, sometimes you're feeling that pain and it worries you because you don't want it to turn into something worse where it takes your game away. That could have very well happened, but golf's so important to me, I kept pushing through.
And she keeps pushing through school. Coffman graduates next Friday with a bachelor's in mechanical engineering. Then she'll start her master's in biomedical engineering at Cleveland State with a year of eligibility remaining.
Once you get to the top, whether it's regionals or nationals, you're going to run into really good players. Gotten to that point and play against some really good players in Division II, and I'm excited to move up to Division I next year and show that, I'm just as good at that level.
But first things first, another day, another few swings, and maybe next week, another dream achieved. In Toledo, Joel Sebastianelli, BCSN.